Welcome everybody, and thanks ever so much. I think it's been a bit of a problem with parking this morning, which is why we started a little bit late, so I'm sorry if anybody's had a bit of difficulty parking. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Keith Douglas. I am Interim Managing Director for Commissioning Support South. And what we're going to do today is to just go through a couple of things. I'm going to give you a quick update on where Commissioning Support South is and the processes that we're going through at the moment. I'm then delighted that we've got Lynn Kopp and Ali Dawson with us. Lynn's going to give us a bit of a talk around customer focus, and people really enjoyed the session yesterday, so it worked really well. So no pressure, Lynn, but be good. Lynn was on our assessment panel for Checkpoint 2 as our external expert, commercial expert, if you like, testing us, and got so much from that she wanted to work with us. So for those of you old enough to remember the advert where Victor Khayyam said he liked it so much he nearly bought the company, that's where Lynn is. So I'm expecting the multi-million-pound bid very, very soon, Lynn. So check's fine. So just to take you through what we're doing, me first, then Lynn's going to do the Creating Excellence talk, then we're going to have a bit of a break, and then we're going to do some speed dating. And the idea being that you are able to go around the stands of each of the services that we've got here and have a couple of minutes talk from people and then ask them some questions. So we'll see how that works. This is a much better room than we had yesterday. Yesterday we were quite squeezed in, so you should have room to spread around and be able to move around. So should work well. In addition to that, we've got a couple of graffiti walls around the place where we'd welcome comments from you as you go. So over there, on that wall over there, there's a couple which are asking you how you're feeling and what CSS could be doing better to make your lives better. And over here, tucked around the corner, there's one about brand. So one of the things we're interested in, we've had a working brand so far. What we're interested in is trying to think if there's a better brand that we could use, whether our colours are right, how we're showing ourselves. So really welcome your views on that. There are some examples there, so welcoming your views on the examples, but also don't feel in any way bound by what's there as examples. So if people have got better ideas or want to throw something in, please do that. We'll do a quick feedback thing, and then we've got lunch. We may have, I don't know, have we got many stakeholders who we think are turning up? So we might have a couple of people who are from local authorities, district councils, etc., coming along. But yesterday, the way this worked was get your lunch and then just carry on the conversations with each other. That seemed to work quite well yesterday. So let me do the quick heads up around Commissioning Support South. I think it's important for us to just sort of remind ourselves of what we're here and what we're trying to do. As you know, commissioning support services are designed to help our customers to be able to commission properly. So we aim to be the commissioning support service of choice for our customers. At the moment, our customers are the 8 CCGs across the ship area. And we're also looking to capture a little bit of work around Surrey. It's likely possible that the local area team of the commissioning board will be looking to buy services off us as well. So they're a potential customer, but they haven't yet nailed their colours to the mast and told us what they want, but that's possible. I think what's really important for us all to remember, though, as we get into this conversation about creating businesses, creating organisations, possible competitive market, looking to capture business, that we just remember actually what we're here for, and that is to make sure that the NHS operates and that commissioning operates to get the best for our patients and our population. So our population, as I said, core around the 8 CCGs, 2 million people across Hampshire and the Isle of Wight, expecting all elements of this system to come together to buy the best health care for them. So don't forget that we're here for patients. Don't forget this is about treating people, making sure people are treated correctly. Yes, we want to be a great organisation. Yes, we want to be able to provide a service to a wider population than we do. But it is all about making sure what we're doing is right for people. I just wanted to remind you of our vision and purpose and the ideal entity. So we want to be an ideal organisation. An ideal is about involving people. It's about delivering for our customers and therefore for our patients. It's about enabling them to be innovative and to do things differently. It's about using and having highly accomplished, highly skilled staff. you people here. And it's about delivering things locally. So yes, we want to do things on scale so it's efficient and effective, but it's all about local delivery and you being able to go out there and deliver services for your CCG, for your customer on a one-to-one basis. Just going to give you a quick heads up now around process. If you've been to team briefings, this will be a bit of a repetition, so apologies for that, but for those who haven't, it's important to do. So commissioning support services to become licensed to practice, we'll go through 3 checkpoints. Checkpoint 1 we did in December, which was our prospectus, a nice glossy document, but nothing more than that, but we passed that. Checkpoint 2, much more rigorous in terms of our business plan, our financial assumptions, and how we wanted to deliver our service. And again, we passed that very successfully. You won't see this written anywhere and you won't hear anybody say this from the centre, but we did come out of that as the #1 CSS in the country. Okay, so we are right up there, right at the top of the tree, and that's really important. We want to stay there, and we want to stay there both for our egos, because it's great being #1, but also because that means we're starting to put something together that will be right for our patients and right for our customers. So we are #1, that's really important. The output of Checkpoint 2 was an agreed binding plan that we have with what's called the BDU, the Business Development Unit, which is part of the NHS Commissioning Board, and their job is to make sure there are commissioning support services available across the country. Our development plan is relatively light, and it's pretty much what we told them we needed to do. So we've created that development plan for them, and we're being monitored on that. They re-RAG rate us, red, amber, green, each month. And we had our June RAG rating done a week or so ago, and we remain green. So we're on track, we continue to be on track, and that's really important. Our next key milestone is Checkpoint 3, and we have to submit our final business plan on the 31st of August for Checkpoint 3, and that will be probably more heavily focused on financial information and viability and sustainability of our organisation. So it'll be really important that we've got our customers signed up to the services that they're going to buy from us for a period of time. And yesterday afternoon we had a really positive conversation with the CCGs about that. So that's really very good news around that at the moment. In terms of the process, so we submit on the 31st of August. We'll then get a visit from the NHS Commissioning Board in early September, mid-early September, and the fundamental decision that they're taking is whether or not they are prepared to have us as an arm's length body of the NHS Commissioning Board, i.e. they're prepared to host us. So we remain as part of the NHS family, operating under the NHS Commissioning Board up through the directorate managed by Barbara Hakin. If they say they're not prepared to host us, that's it. There's no commissioning support south. If they say they are, then we will go forward and provide our service to our population. One of the things that we are very keen to do around Checkpoint 3 is we recognise that through Checkpoint 1 and Checkpoint 2, it's been pretty much sort of high level, few people doing stuff, creating an outline plan. What's important now, and part of what we're doing today and we will continue to do, is to start to get you engaged, much more engaged in what we're doing, much more part of the specifications, the delivery mechanisms, the finances. So we'll be wanting to draw you in through the Phoenix Group and getting down into the organisation and having much more people involved. So a much more of a project structure than we've had so far. I think that is important. We need to be absolutely clear about what we're doing, but much more involvement from you as well. Just in terms of the what next around people, so the managing director process is underway, and we're expecting, I hope by the end of this week, that we will know whether or not a managing director has been appointed. So I clearly hope that that's me. So fingers crossed for me on that. You may not want to cross your fingers, but hey. Once we've done that, we'll get into looking at recruiting to our headline structure, and I'll talk in a second about the rest of the structure that we've got together. Right now, our interim team, and most of them are here. It's myself as interim MD, Lisa Walter-Nelson as our HR OD governance lead, Richard as our finance lead, Jenny as our chief information officer, and Sarah as comms So everybody's here bar Sarah, I think. So grab those people and have a chat with them if you want to as the day goes on. Our end structure, we'd expect to have a managing director, a director of finance, a chief information officer, somebody doing business development and marketing, so actually running the business and looking for opportunities outside, and HROD and governance. There is another role that we've shown intermittently in our structure around clinical, having clinical leadership. That's an area we just need to work out whether or not we need that. So if we're providing a lot of clinical services, then it would probably warrant having somebody in there. If not, we would probably bring our clinical expertise in through a lay member or sort of an associate route. So that one really is up for discussion, dependent on what our customers are looking for from us. Now, in terms of the wider structures, we have started to put together the structures that we think will operate, and we've been doing this with the Phoenix Group. We have shared our first thoughts around those structures with the customers and hopefully with you. They've gone out to the Phoenix team and hopefully they're talking to you about those at the moment. It's really important to recognise that those structures, we are not consulting on those yet. Okay, so we need to have the HR framework and rules from the centre before we can come and properly consult. So what we've got is an opportunity to start shaping what those structures look like, starting to give some thought, and an opportunity for you to look at and comment on them, not in a formal consultation process, but simply as that. Opportunities to look at, comment, come back with views and thoughts around what's being proposed. Remember, this is about creating customer-facing teams, people who are working with, to and for the CCGs, for the customers, as well as having a team in the HQ who are doing things once for a number of customers. So we've got the two elements of our structure, the two elements of our team, and it's about making sure that we can deliver, but also making sure that we maximise efficiency. Remember, the CCGs have to operate within the £25 per head running cost. So this has got to be about at scale, delivering at scale, doing it once as often as we can do it once for a number of customers. Okay, remember again that PCT's funding for management or expenditure on management overhead probably was something in the region of £38 to £90 across the country. So £25 is substantially less than that. So we need to be thinking about how we maximise the efficiency for them and deliver what we need to deliver. As I said, we are waiting for the HR rules. Nothing's finalised. Everything is open and up for discussion and for debate. Okay, that's all from me. Given we started a little bit late, I'm not going to take questions now. We might have some time at the end of Lynn's discussion or Lynn's talk for some questions. But we'll also have the time during the speed dating and around lunch where you can come and talk to me and ask me questions as well.